Hello gang, and welcome back to another beautifully polygonal day here on this procedurally generated community server where I'm in the middle of my super mega build. I say super mega, but it's not that mega. But it's big to me, and that's what matters. As you can see behind me is my ship of fools. Going on a ship of fools, yeah. Anyways, I've been working on it, done a couple little live streams, quick ones. No, nobody was really watching. No, I had a couple people hanging out with me. Thank you very much, gang. I appreciate that. But we are here working on the underside of the boat and the framing today. Let me go ahead and get a little bit closer so you can take a closer look, right? So, bam. Up here, I've got... You know what? Let's do this the easy way. And believe me, after doing this first section here and the second section underwater, that was kind of tough. The third section, yes, I said third, was extremely tough. So I went and got some nether wart and went ahead to the business of getting night vision and water breathing. And now I can show you quite clearly what's going on down below. Splash. Okay. So as you can see, the hole is just about there, right? I still need to put in the keel down through the middle, and I still need to do a little bit more up here with the fore of the boat. I'm not sure. As you can see, it's a little grounded here, but I don't know if I want to necessarily dig out this gravel. I mean, it's for show, right? It does it have to be a ship that could actually float away? No, I don't think so. So we're going to leave it like that for now, and I'm going to work on some of the shaping of the point of the ship. I should learn these terms. Somebody leave a comment below. Let me know. I will find out by the next episode, but if you let me know, please, what is the front of the boat called? I know that's port, right? Port and starboard. Fore and aft? I don't know. If only some crazy bowsman would be able to tell me. Oh, and by the way, some of these... That's an extra block. Some of these are different. They're not all perfectly symmetric around the outside. And I did take a lot of time to make sure that it was. And there were a couple mistakes, but I corrected those mistakes. Most notably, back here, there's a section right in here that... this row was like 3 blocks further out, but that was fixed. But there's other parts that are like 1 block off or 2 blocks off, and the more I looked at it from the distance, the more I realized that it kind of looks pretty good that way. It actually looks a little bit more normal, more natural, like more rounded. You know, because if you've ever created a sphere in Minecraft, anything bigger than like 5x5, I would say, even if you're using something, a tool like Mineconics, I believe it's called, you still have to kind of give consideration to where the blocks are, and they're not always perfectly symmetrical. And in fact, the larger it gets, the more it doesn't look that way. Okay, so out here is the little point. This is going to have to change because I am going to be extending it up more, 2 more floors. But as you can see, I think it looks pretty good through here, and we're going to have a pretty nice looking ship when it's all said and done. This was an emergency thing way back, like in one of the first couple times I was putting this out. When I was actually putting out the dirt frame, the very first dirt wireframe, I fell down here and I was gathering up the dirt and I started drowning, and I didn't have my bucket or any torches. No, wait, I had my bucket. No, I didn't have my bucket, but I had torches, but I couldn't see anything. So I would hit my torch and it wasn't working, so I gave myself a 2-pillar so I'd have a second thing, and I almost died. But that's neither here nor there. It was then, not now. So I'm going to kind of finish off the curves of these. Man, I really should have gotten some wood and done it here. And I'm going to put in the keel, I believe it's called, all the way down. And then I'm going to go up top and kind of wireframe out this top section, because this is where the first build on the ship is going to occur. And it's actually going to be the first place where I start to dry it out using sand, which is something we might go do later to the desert, gather some sand. But I'm going to do this, and I will be back with you in just a few moments. Welcome back, everyone, and as you can see, I've finished some of the framing already on the ship behind me, and we're all good to go for probably the most important part. But first things first, let me go ahead and show you around a little bit. I've gone ahead and put in this aspect that will be the flooring start for this level. So now we'll know that the flooring goes like right here, those half slabs. And as you can see by my hotbar, I have brought all the materials I need to start the long and arduous process. Now, I've also thought about what colors I'm going to use on the outside, or on the hull of the ship, as it were. And let me come down here and show you some of the palette swaps I've put together. I'm thinking either keep it also with the spruce and then use this as the interior color, or start mixing it up here and put this oak color here and there. But actually, I really think it should be this color with this oak on the inside. But then it'll look pretty, I don't know. It'll look pretty dark from a distance, but then pretty bright on top of the ship, on top of the deck. I don't know. I'd love to hear some feedback from you guys if you think I should go one way or the other. I'm going to leave that open for now while I think about it. But in the meantime, it is time to start draining all of this water from in this here ship. And in order to do that, I'm going to need to get rid of some of these sand blocks, and ironically, I don't have a shovel, and start dropping down sand, right? So it's a pretty simple process. Just fill it up just like that, right? And then when this is all filled in fact, here, maybe I'll show you the first couple ones. Once this is filled in, you can remove the others, right? Just like this. And now this is dry. Ta-da! Right? But I'm going to leave that there for now and then keep going all the way down. I say all the way down. I'll probably only do like a first third of it because there's some stuff I want to do right here. I want to get this villager breeder going, and that means putting somebody up here where he needs to be. So let me go ahead and start cleaning out the water, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Welcome back, my friends. As you can see, I've developed a little system here that helps me put my sand in just a little bit faster, and at the end I'll be able to use torches to get rid of all of them, so this is a pretty quick process. Just wanted to show you how I was going about doing this before moving on to the next step, which is going to be to create the villager breeder system on the ship. Now, I've already decided that the villager who's going to create the village is going to go up kind of like in the captain's area, or maybe like up on deck here. We've already mapped this out. I might move this up there more so, because then I could dig this out, and down here is where the actual breeder will go. And I'll figure out the math on that. But as for now, I'm all out of sand. I think I've got a couple other stacks back at the base, but let me see here. Let me grab this torch here, boink, and show you how exactly this is going to work. So this one, I'll just dig straight down until I hit the ground here, and then I'll show you what it is all about. So there we are, down on the bottom. Now I'm going to use a torch. Now, I have my buttons backwards, so let me see if I can remember for you. First, you would hold left click and then right click, and then it would automatically do that. So left click, hold right click, get rid of this block, boom, there they all go. All the sand returned to your inventory. Isn't that awesome? That is definitely the way to go, right? And if I were wise, I would have brought a whole bunch of torches and lit these up as I staircased myself out of here, but I'm not. So I'm just going to go ahead and pillar back up and get out of here and start to work on the villager breeder. Welcome back, my friends. Here is the view off the front of the ship. Somebody please tell me what it's called. And directly behind me you'll find what is going to be the, I don't know, the captain of the ship, I suppose. I was thinking about putting the 3 doors that would cause this to turn into a village here, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought, no, I want people to be able to come up here and take a look around. So I'm going to push it back here, which will still work. You know, we still have plenty of floor space here, and then there'll be doors. So what I've done is created a water elevator, and this block is going to turn into a slab down there. This water block will be gone, and then it'll fall. Now, the reason I've created a little bit of extra is because I've had problems in the past where they're just floating like right here, and I can't get the floor bit in. So I'm going to push him all the way up, and there's another half slab so he can't get past this area. And then put it in, and then bring the water out so he can drop down in there and hold spot. And then he'll be inside this glass chambered area and should be pretty safe. You know, oh man, sometimes critters can get to him. But, like, I've seen zombie villagers get through gaps like this, and I've seen zombie little dudes get through the gaps, and I've seen actual villagers get through gaps. But this seems to work most of the time, so I'm going to keep it this way, and hopefully by the time it actually becomes a problem, I'll have made the villager breeder, and it won't be, so I'll just be able to bring somebody up here and put them in there, if you know what I mean. Okay, so down below, whoop, A little bit more water elevator action. There's a gap there you can see. This one rides up and goes that way. As you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, a little bit further this way from where I originally intended to have it and planned to have it, which will make it a little bit easier down on the other side when I actually get the iron farm going. And then down here is this. So what the plan is to go get a villager, boat them all the way here, boat them up here, then probably get them out of the boat and then into another boat, and then get them into this little area here where I will then water stream them into that water elevator and go from there. So let me go get that villager and see how successfully I can do that. Welcome back, gang. I've decided that this is the villager I'm going to use for my captain of the vessel, such that it were. I don't know if he's really going to be considered the captain, but, you know, he'll be up on the front of the boat, as it were. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy down there without taking too much damage, if any, and it doesn't look like we did. So this is going to work out pretty well for me. The other villagers are kind of in a roundabout way, and it would have been quite difficult to get them all the way over here to the boat. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this guy in, and then probably build another portal over there by those guys and kind of shove them through one at a time, and then build another portal over there and shut off all the other portals. Since we're so close to each other right here around the spawn area, every portal will probably sync up to the same one in the nether. So there's already a safe box in there. I'll just go ahead and use that one. But for the meantime, this is the process of me taking my villager by land to the little place I want him to be. And in fact, I think I might need one more boat. Well, or maybe not. I've got plenty of boats lying about. So, how much further? Oh, not too much. And I still have to come back here and do this section as well. I don't know exactly where I'm going to start this one, because the iron farm has to fit in it slightly. It doesn't necessarily have to fit in the top layer. That could be where it is housed inside. But it does have to go in around there somewhere. Having this moved back a little bit, this moved back further to the front, makes it a little bit easier, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, no, please don't. Okay, so let's get rid of this guy for now. Takes a little bit of time. Boop. Okay, and oh, in we go. Do I want to just hop down onto the water? Probably. Well, let me see if I can keep this guy in the boat, which I know I can if I just drop a little dirt along the way. Can I drop dirt? Yes, I can. Wow, so I didn't even need to drop them into the water. Almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Oof. Yes, moving villagers is not an easy task, so whenever I show somebody a different way of doing it, or a way I haven't done it before in the past, I'm sure this isn't different. I've seen people move villagers with boats before, so this isn't anything new. But for those of you who are watching it on my channel, you haven't seen me do it like this before. So, okay, here we go. Let's just go ahead and drop down now. Get him into the villager receiving area. Jump out of the boat. Oh, come on. Really? Let's see here. This block. This block. Let's get rid of... There should be a block immediately above me that's doing this. And once you know it, I don't have a pick. Oh, get back in the boat. Back up a little bit. Oh, boy. Get to here and then jump out. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Oh, the trials and tribulations, right, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. Here we go. Little villager Jude. This is when it happens. I'll put the bucket right here. And take my axe and... Oh, he's already out. I didn't even have to hit him. And up he goes. Alright, we're going to see... Yep, and then he goes into the next part. Do we see him climbing yet? I don't see him climbing yet. There he goes. Alright, now all the way up to the top real fast. Let's see here. Right here. Just to see if he's up in there. Oh, whoops. There is no fast way to get up there, is there? Golly. Sometimes I forget things. What a noob. Right. And he's up there bobbing around. That is awesome. Do I have any glass on me? I do not. So what I'm going to do is... take out this whole block? No, because then water will start flowing. No, it won't, because there's a sign right there. But that's where the thing has... Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I am going to go underneath and float up. Alright, friends, I finally got this guy stowed away in there, and he's looking good to go. What I normally would do is have little half slabs up that would prevent him from getting out, but because I put the glass around there, I didn't think it through properly, so it was actually at that level. So he's a little bit higher than I thought he would be, but that's still alright. Put some half slabs on top to keep anything from spawning on top of there, even though they wouldn't on top of the glass. And the one in the middle is just to keep them in there. We're going to work on this bit here a little bit, maybe off camera. I'll figure out something with that. But for now, I think this is where I'm going to stop for today. I've got quite a lot done today. Moving this villager took a little bit of time. Next step is to actually drain out the bottom there and go ahead and put it in the villager breeder down below. And if that's something you'd like to see, then by all means, please do consider subscribing to this channel for more content just like that. It has been my pleasure to hang out with you today. If you've enjoyed yourself, by all means, give me a thumbs up. And if you've really enjoyed it, like I said, please do consider subscribing for more content just like this. Until next time, however, have a great time out there.